Alrighty. All right, beautiful people.
Hey there, y'all.
Hey, happy Juneteenth, the sequel. Huh?
Juneteenth Part 2.
Part 2. Because we don't acknowledge the other holiday for today. If you do, yay for you.
It could be the last one, though.
It could be.
It could be the
last
day that we celebrate America's
so-called birthday.
But
again,
freedom, democracy, whatever they think they got going on.
The sequel, Part 2 for all of y'all. Anyways, welcome. Happy Thursday. It's a holiday, so they say.
And we're going to celebrate.
We're
going to eat. Let's put it like that.
We're going to eat. We're going to watch incredible Black content. We're not quite sure what that's going to be yet. But
we're going to get in the pool a little bit.
We're going to use this as a second Freedom Day. That's what I do know. But in a way that benefits our people.
And we're going to have fun.
We're going to have a lot of fun today.
And
I'm very excited.
That is the point of our episode. If you saw on the front, it said fun in the summertime, right? And so,
do you want to talk about your little song? She wants to play it. And
I wanted to play.
Are you trying to get kicked
fun
off
in
YouTube?
The summertime? Ooh. And she said, by Sly and the Family Stone, girl, we can't play that on the thing.
The Digital Millennium Copyright Act.
We will get kicked out. I said, well, that's how I'm feeling, as you can tell how I'm dressed. Hot fun in the summertime. But anyway, have you ever wondered if the fun that you have in the summertime, engaging in these enjoyable activities, what effect that has on your on your mental well-being? If you know, you know. It turns out that taking time for leisure activities and finding joy in your life can play a significant role in promoting good mental health and well-being. So if you want to know more, stick around. This episode is for you. Hi, I'm Pam Williams, a mother.
And I'm Jessica E. Williams, a daughter. And this is a mother and a daughter truthful chat, where we discuss our 35-year multi-layered relationship.
We've been through so many ups and downs. Not only are we family, but we're business partners in the high-stress world of event planning and production for short films.
We've also shared the same therapist for over 10 years. What some people call codependence, we call collaboration.
So join us as we share stories from our lives,
have candid conversations with other mother-daughter duos,
and shed light on the roller coaster ride of being a woman while raising a woman.
Cups up, everybody. You know what time it is.
Oh, look. My thing is on the right side. It's the way the cup is made. Live your message.
You always be coming for the left-handed people. Anyway, welcome to Truthful.
I'm not coming for them. It's just that I'm not one of them, so I need
covert coming for
special cups.
Anywho, welcome to Truthful Chats. Mm-hmm. Happy Juneteenth, Part 2.
What's in your cup?
That lime bubbly water. Actually,
the sparkling water?
Yeah.
I
need to mix it with something else. You have limeade.
You want a little?
No.
Okay.
I need to mix it with something else. Ooh. I'm working on my hydration in a various plethora of ways. And the bubbly water has been good, but not by itself. Anyway, let us know what you're drinking in the chat. Or in the comments. That was a very real reaction. Anywho, if you're just now joining us, just Truthful Chats, our weekly podcast series under our overarching banner, our moniker. I don't want to throw up the rock right there. Create generational wellness. And every month here at Create Generational Wellness, we have a theme. And then Truthful Chats is where we unpack the theme a little bit more. If you've never heard the term create generational wellness in your life, good, because it's ours. Therefore, if you hear anyone else using it and there's no Pam, no Jess, no Truthful Chats attached to it,
let us know.
In the words of the great Birdman, tell them to put some respect on our name.
Let us know.
Anywho, so last month, which was last week, was June, and we were talking about reset, but it's a new month. It's shocking.
July.
Shocking, I know. It's actually July. Okay.
Can't believe it's July.
And our theme is fun, man. It's just fun. I think last year for June we did celebrate. I don't remember what it was for July. July was a very stressful Like that last month,
yeah.
I realized last year it was great because I was directing my first full length play for the first time. But I was also very, very stressed. And you could probably tell in them episodes. Pam was like, you just look like you hate it. You just look like it's terrible. And it wasn't that. I was just very, very tired, very stressed, had a lot on my mind. So fun. Fun is July.
It's July.
I'm working still and doing things, but it's not quite as strenuous. And today's episode, if you clicked on it, is fun in the summertime, man, for us millennial babies.
So our theme this month for the whole month
is fun.
It's fun. All right.
And for us millennial babies, you know, we have Willard Carroll Smith and the DJ Jazzy Jeff classic Summertime.
You could play that, but we can't.
No, we cannot.
I'm sorry.
For the Zennials,
I just want background.
Hot Girl Summer.
Put it on your own playlist while you listen.
Just give us a summertime playlist. I have a great cookout playlist that Spotify has given me. I think a great summertime playlist. Before I Let Go is always a great Black summertime song.
I feel the joy bubbling up already.
Amazing Frankie Beverly or Beyonce, you know what I'm saying? Both. We usually play both. I'll put Cuff It on that list. Cuff It is a good time. That and the remix. The remix is for the nighttime, but still. Anyway, get you a summer playlist going. Let's put that in the comments. What would you put on your ultimate summer playlist? Give us like your top 3 songs because I'm actually curious. And who knows, I might actually make this. It's gonna be on the Spotify's, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Believe it or not, there's actually a lot of scientific evidence around fun and enjoyable activities. We keep saying activities like that because if you've ever seen Step Brothers.
Will Ferrell is my absolute favorite.
And John C. Reilly.
If y'all know, this scar on my arm is because of Will Ferrell. I was so excited.
She fell up the stairs.
I felt
watching Talladega Nights.
I fell up the stairs on my way to see Talladega Nights because I was so excited to see it. I was running up the stairs and I tripped and slammed.
You can pray to any Jesus you want.
Slammed my shoulder into the concrete step. You know those concrete steps they have in the movie theater?
We all are very familiar with
concrete steps. That scar is a testament to how much I love Will Ferrell.
She got groupie battle scars for Will Ferrell. Anyway, we keep saying activities because if you've ever seen Step Brothers, that's what they say when they move their bunk beds together. Them very janky bunk beds that they made. They're like, now we have room to do activities. Like, that's where you get it from. Anyway, there's a lot of scientific research that shows that fun and enjoyable activities positively influence your mental well-being. I think if you've ever been, we don't need science to tell us that. If you've ever been in a very fun, euphoric state, at least for me, I think there are times where I pull myself outside of the circumstance or the time that I'm spending with the people, and I'd be like, this is really a lot of fun. Like, this is great. There's like an energy, a euphoria. Shout out to King Kendrick. Always. That comes from when you are actively just those dopamines are getting released. You're just having a good time, whether you are in the water, out the water, just with people you enjoy, eating good food, listening to good music. Like there's nothing that can really replace a fun, enjoyable experience. And hopefully being responsible whilst doing it. Anyway, this time of year is the time for that. Okay. Yeah, probably people Christmas are still working, you know what I'm saying? But usually summertime is where we as a society
we give ourselves permission.
A lot of time. We give ourselves
permission to have more
culturally
fun,
to be like
more downtime, more relaxation.
F that schedule, you know what I'm saying? Like get out the house, do something different. Because we can't get out the house. Remember, there was a time when we couldn't.
God help us.
So most people are like either busy planning vacation or on vacation. Girl, come down. Okay. On vacation. We're not in the panini anymore. Okay.
It feels like it's sometimes, but keep going.
The world is still trash, though. I just want to say.
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
Dumpster fire.
In the words of my first lady, power moves. Okay. Trash moves. The panini was the general trash, but there's still a lot of trash out here. We're not focused on that, though. We're focused on fun. Okay. Fun helps with dealing with the trash. Okay. So let's focus on that. So either people are planning vacations, on vacations, getting ready to go on vacation, they could go on vacation,
having staycations,
doing their own version of staycations. Probably one of my favorite things I like to see people do is particularly in the South. Like when they be getting the kiddie pools and they just be outside. I don't know, it just sounds super fly to me about that kiddie pool situation.
We were at Walmart last night. We saw somebody
buying kiddie pools. Okay. It ain't just for the kids. You just put your feet in.
Walmart.
It's the whole thing. Walmart.
Whole nother show.
But it's really all about the idea of this is concentrated time to change your environment up, okay? And that can have a profound effect on your mental well-being. We actually talked about that in Truthful Chat 78, if you was around for that last week, which was reset. Was it with your community? I think it was either with your community or in your community. Yes. So that was me talking about going to
community
Vegas with my friends for fun, man. It was a birthday trip, but it was really a trip that's been created that we've thus far only done biannually. It's like a reset trip, and it's a fun trip. It's a time to like get away and just be together and just like have a good time. So we wanted to follow up on that. We was like, this July, it's midsummer.
So I don't want to talk about nothing.
Hot as hell.
Heavy.
And we hope that you are spending some good old quality time. We know we always are encouraging you to spend time with yourself, but you should be spending time with some other people. Okay. We've done a lot of episodes about replenishing
your inner
self, but also replenishing, cleansing, renovating, and renewing your community. So at this time, you should be hanging out with, you should have at least one person, maybe two people that are healthy, safe spaces and that you're having fun with, because that's also a part of your mental health and creating generational wellness.
And why? Why is that important? Because these activities, having this fun, community resetting, all of these things can lead to reduced stress. And how many people?
That's how I want to live my life.
Less stress. Okay. We want reduced stress. It can improve your mood and it just enhance your overall well-being. And so when you take a break, like if you go on vacation or something like that, you're stepping into a new environment. You're not worrying about cleaning up the kitchen and this and that, and
hopefully
the laundry and whatever. I mean, if you have an Airbnb, you got
to step it up
a little bit. But when you get into that new environment, mentally, physically, it does something to your brain and your big brain. And when it does something to your brain.
A brain is something that Donald Jill, thank you, Josh Johnson. It's something that Donald Jill Trump said. And we just,
a brain.
It's stupid and hilarious. A brain.
So it allows your mind to unwind. It leads to decreased stress level. Like we talked about, the endorphins that are released are different than when you're going through your day-to-day life. And it just causes positive emotions to come up out of you, hopefully. Don't go on a trip or anything with people that's going to stress you out. But
please don't go on a trip
in the optimal utopian kind of vacation, the positive emotions that come from leisure activities, doing things that are fun, that can increase the mental resources for coping with stress and ultimately lead to improved psychological well-being. Like I am really looking forward to this afternoon.
Oh, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a good time.
I didn't cook. That's another reason I'm looking forward to fun. Jess and her friends are in charge of the food, so I'm really, really happy about that. So
let me also say this though about the leisure time and the vacationing, okay? Because this comes up, okay? If you are A-type personality, maybe you should travel with A-type personality people. Okay. Like, there people that like to get up at 7 or 8 on vacation. They got a whole list of itinerary and that you're going to do the excursions. I'm talking about if you drop bread to go to Hawaii or them type of place, you should travel with them kind of people. So y'all could all be on the same page.
Like we've talked about this before, and I feel like this is a trauma response for us a little bit.
It's not really a trauma response. I just think we're the leisure people. Like I'm about to get up at 11. Whenever my body says wake up. And I'm usually like that in real life too. Like every now and then I'm like, okay, let me really set this alarm. I gotta get up. But in this last couple weeks, especially when I've been trying to catch up on sleep, I just be like, just sleep till you wake up. Like it's fine. But that can be stressful for people who are A-type personalities, traveling with people who are leisure people.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not saying you can't have a balance. Like you can have leisure people travel with A-type people, but let them A-type people, let them get up in the morning and go do breakfast and hike and do that kind of stuff. And let the leisure people get up when they want to get up, go to the pool, go to the spa, whatever. What I'm saying is don't be trying to change people on vacation because that be stressful for a lot of people where y'all act like you didn't know that this person operated like this before y'all bought the tickets, spent the money, and get to the hotel, and then you want to be arguing about dumb stuff. Like that is irrelevant. Like you just if you trying to be on an excursion type trip, get you some excursion type niggas to take with friends to take with you, so that y'all can do excursion type things. If you gonna be chilling, get the chilling friends, and y'all, couples, y'all be. It's not that serious. Just find you some people that's gonna do what you want to do. It don't gotta be the person you with. Just bring the homies with you, and then everybody can chill. Okay. So when you come back from doing activities, maybe they already they got the food ready. Maybe they're in charge of lunch. Okay. Mm-hmm. So just all I'm saying is it levels out. Figure out how to balance your skills so that you're not on a stressful trip. I've seen it happen where I just be like, relax. Why are you stressed? Right now? Why are you up? Why are you up? Like you fully dressed, like we gotta go. Like, no.
Listen, with all that's going on in the world currently, you gotta find some stuff that brings you joy. Joy and happiness. Period. I almost mixed up two songs. I was thinking of Joy and Pain and Love and Happiness. And I thought the song was Joy and Happiness, but it's not. It's Joy and Pain.
Somebody might be able to put that together in a little mix. I don't know what it would sound like.
Yeah, I think it would be dope.
But anyway, DJ, go ahead.
So doing things that bring you joy and happiness and love, if that's part of your equation, is crucial to maintain your good health. And the research shows that positive emotions and experiences have a profound effect on your mental well-being. And because they do work as a buffer against the stressful stuff. So it's like you got some protection there if you have those positive emotions, so that little things don't
set you
off and make you go crazy, because your emotions they've given you a feeling of self-fulfillment and well-being from the inside out. And so this helps to prevent illnesses such as depression and anxiety and all those different things. But try and build up your bank, if you will, of positive emotions. And here's just a little freebie, because
free 99.
I coach in conversational intelligence, and one of the things that we talk about is if somebody says a negative statement to you, it takes 5 positive statements to cancel out that negative statement. So that's the ratio. 5 to 1. Okay. So 1 negative thing, you need 5 positive things to weigh that out. It's the same with your emotions. When you start to feel a negative emotion, you need 5 hits to cancel out that negative emotion. I know. Well, I feel like that's what it is. You got, I need a positive. 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 To cancel out negative emotions, because negative emotions can be very aggressive. So you got to push them back.
And when you put it to push it back, I didn't cheerlead, but because when you think about it, it's like negativity is going to come. You don't really have to work for that. You don't have to try for it. It's going to be something bad, negative, annoying, anxiety producing, stressful. Like you don't have to work for that. So I think since we're talking about fun, like I think of doing like a deposit. Like if you got a lot of fun deposits, even when you have trash times sad times,
fun deposits.
The fun deposits help level it out. Like you just like, okay, this was a bad situation, or this is just a shitty day. Like you just chalk, because some days it be like that. You be like, wow, this situation really blew up, or man, this person's really having a hard time, or I'm having a bad day, or whatever. And you just be like, well, you got to chalk this one up to the game. It's bad, but it doesn't feel like everything in your life is falling apart, or you're not so prone to lean into those super dark, heavy, hard places because you have a fun deposit. You're like, okay, there's enough good stuff. That. There's enough good stuff that's happened to me that I've experienced. There's enough memories I can recall. There's enough things I can laugh at. Like we've had enough inside jokes or really great music or whatever.
Just like we just said, activities. That's just a little fun deposit that produces a positive emotion in us. So I love that analogy. Think of putting fun deposits into your positive emotion bank. Fund deposits into your emotional bank. And
because even if you
they
take
can
that
be
hit,
little things. They can be little things like watching movies together, or, have it now that reference, that we say all the time. And whenever we say it, we laugh or we think about the movie, and that releases a certain amount of endorphins and joy in our body. Me and your dad watched The Beekeeper last night. Have you seen it?
Girl, Jason Statham. I mean, get your money, man. Your movie's not for me, but
oh my goodness,
it's action. It's just,
it was action.
They're gonna blow
and
a
it
bunch
was
of stuff
fun.
up. He gonna whoop people. It's a good time.
And if married people know, when you find a movie that you can watch together that you guys both like and you have a good time, sometimes that's rare, because sometimes girls want to watch one thing, guys want to watch something else, and you're trying to meet in the middle. So Beekeeper is a good time if you like an action movie. All right.
If you like action movie.
That was free.
Yeah, and I think, and it's good, okay, because the people need it. Yeah, and I think as someone who has struggled with depression and anxiety and all those such things in the past, I think once I realized what my coping mechanisms are, like my therapist was very adamant about lean into the things that bring you joy, lean into the things that make you peaceful, so that even on the days when I'm like, I hate everybody and everything and I'd rather not, it's like, okay, it's just, it doesn't feel like all encompassing my whole life is terrible. It's just like, no, today is terrible, or that person is terrible, or I'm just having
this moment is terrible.
Yeah. So anyway, let's get into the nitty gritty, right? Some practical things about what are fun and enjoyable activities, okay, that can improve our mental health and wellness. Any kind of physical exercise. Now let me say this. I have friends that are mini GI Joes, literally used to be in the service. They be running. Love them for that. I am not a runner. Okay. I enjoy
not
a good
runner,
run.
not a track star.
Not a track star. I used to sprint. I used to be.
You were good at track and you didn't even practice.
No, it wasn't track. I used to sprint.
That's true.
I used to do the high jump. Okay. And hurdles. Anything that was short. Long distance running makes no sense to my brain. Appreciate the bodies of the people that got it, but I can't do it. My knees is trash genetically. And I struggle, and I deal with syncope. So if too much is happening to my body too fast and it's got to change the oxygen levels and all that, I will pass out. It's just a thing, okay? Done it all my life. So when I say physical exercise, that means something for everybody different. I'm just saying do what makes you feel comfortable. Because some of y'all P90Xers and y'all gonna go hard in the paint, okay? If I need you to fight somebody to save my life, you got it. I'm a walker. Okay, I am a trampoline jumper. I enjoy yoga.
Trampoline brings you joy.
I enjoy gentle things on my joints. Okay, every now and then I'll bust out a dumbbell or two. I'll do some hardcore. But anyway, any type of physical activity, because it releases your endorphins, gets your blood flowing. It's just good. I think what I'm also finding is it's good to take care of your body. Like do things that make your body feel good, because your body does a lot for you to carry you around all the time. Keep you breathing, make sure you rest well, hydrate, just do little things. Don't eat garbage all the time. You know what I'm saying? A little snack in there, have fun. But like, I think the more that I find out I'm rewarding my body, the better it treats me. So we have a good symbiotic relationship at this time.
I have a question for you. You've been doing a lot of the, what do you call them? The somatic?
Somatic yoga is life.
So tell me what you find it has been different about the somatic yoga from other exercises you were doing, because you will find a good person on the YouTube and follow them religiously.
Shout out to all the YouTubers.
Yeah, you'll be on with Joe and whoever else and whatever.
I just found some other girls.
But I noticed lately the somatic stuff, you've been doing a lot of that. What do you feel like that's doing differently?
So the idea behind somatic exercise, and shout out to Ivana, who was also the person that she pointed out, and I was like, I think I need that. But it's the idea that whenever you have emotions, sometimes you express them and sometimes you don't, just based on the circumstances. So those emotions are trapped in your body somewhere. A lot of people are into that book, The Body Keeps Score, which I have not read. I heard it's very scientific. I think I watched a YouTube video about the guy who wrote the book. So the science is somewhere in my brain, but it's the idea that like emotions are trapped in your body. And so whether you have a good cry, yell, scream, and cry, whatever, like sometimes you can get those things out, but some things are deeply, deeply trapped in your body from trauma, or you just couldn't really get it out that day, or whatever. It's just stuck in your body somewhere. And that has a detrimental effect on your body. It makes you tired. It makes you sluggish. It makes your fuse short when we talk about triggers, all those kind of things.
Got it. Okay.
So what it is yoga and movements or stretching or things that give your body the opportunity to release those feelings that may be trapped in your hips or in the side of your body or in your back and your neck. Like I hold a lot of tension in my neck and my jaw. A lot of tension in my hips. Women definitely store a lot of tension in their hips. So it's the idea of how do I move my body with intention to open up either solar plexus or my pelvic region or my throat chakra, because maybe I've always been a person that struggles to say what's on my mind.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I also align my chakras this week. I know the Christians are probably gonna be mad, but when I tell you I felt aligned, Nick, I felt it immediately. Okay. So anyway, somatic yoga and those type of exercises are about giving your body the opportunity to release those feelings. So sometimes it has happened to me a lot, but certain positions like child's pose or like some of these certain positions, like people just burst out in tears sometimes because you might not even know why. So I was like, don't even try to be like, well, when I was 12, like don't do that. Just let the emotions come. But it's the idea of your emotions are stored in your body in different places. And sometimes you need to let that release. So
thank you for that explanation.
No problem.
I might try it now.
And go on YouTube. There are people who are
a little bit more
experts than me. But any type of physical exercise, whatever that would be, sports, going for walks, anything that benefits literally your physical health and your body in a big way will just naturally have an effect on your mental health, because your brain, you're very huge, a brain is inside of your body. And everything about your brain, right, and your nerve endings and your hormones, your emotions, everything is carried through your bloodstream, your nervous system, all of that. So if you're not treating your body well, then of course your brain is going to be a mess. So there's that. Creative hobbies, social interactions, immersive experiences, right? Like I said, we all went to the desert together. That was an immersive experience. It was like, we're leaving LA behind, all of that. We just gonna go chill. The concert was an immersive experience. I mean, Tank had lasers. Tank had beautiful visuals. Tank is a beautiful visual. You know what I mean? So it's great. The music, the melodies, I cannot tell you what it feels like to be in a room of like a couple hundred people, like singing an R&B song together, or like not like us, like just the joy that comes from like music too. It's just always a good time. It's complete strangers. Like I don't know if I'll ever see any of these people ever again, but we had like the best time just singing and joking and hanging out with each other. So any type of immersive activities. We did escape rooms. I talked about that. That's good for like group activities, team building. You get to see people utilize their skills in a different light. You're doing something together. So yeah,
it's a rush to win.
It's a rush. Oh, it's a rush to win. You're like, oh God, oh yes. And it makes the pictures you take great.
We went axe throwing, not recently.
Did you?
Yeah, but
I feel like my shoulders are too weak for that. But
I couldn't do it. But the joy on people's faces. Throwing the maxes, I was like,
that is a level of somatic exercise.
I'm so glad that you are here doing this, because the vengeance with which you were doing this and the release that I saw in people as they were throwing the axes, I was like, if you walking around with that on the inside of you, that's probably not healthy for anybody, you or any of the rest of us. So I'm glad that there's an outlet for them axe throwers to get that out.
Yeah, because anger is emotion that we all feel often. Rage, vengefulness. I mean, pick a thing. Well, if you're going dark, right? And so,
it's just stress.
And stress.
A lot of people I saw, I could tell they have very stressful jobs. The person who took
coworkers,
the person who we went with has a stressful job. So sometimes I imagine that's a good way for him to relieve the stress of work.
Sometimes you
It
gotta
goes like twice a week, I think.
throw an axe.
Yeah.
And it stops you from doing
Throwing an axe.
crazy stuff.
Yes.
And probably helps you like level your emotions, I'm sure.
Mhm.
So doing anything, playing a sport, doing any of those activities 1 to 3 times a week psychologically reduces your stress. Naturally, again, you're getting all that stuff. Again, it's not trapped in your body, not trapped in your mind, you releasing. By over 30%, it can help with that. And then if you engage in anything more than 3 times a week, decreases your stress by 50%. So it's releasing stuff, right? And promoting positive emotions.
And you need them in your bank. You need the positive emotions in your emotional bank. You still have to see inside out, but go on.
Enhancing inside out too. Okay.
Inside out.
Enhancing your resilience and contributing to your better mental health overall. And then there's just a bunch of things that we do that are natural summer activities, right? We gonna swim today. Not like fully because the pool only goes from 3 feet to 5 feet, but like
that's about all I need.
We're gonna be in the water.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't need the 5 feet.
Hiking, love a good hike. Nothing is better than conquering a mountain and looking out at a picturesque view. Okay. That's great. Any kind of outdoor recreation. I know people be at the beach, that be volleyballing, surfing if that's your thing. I love a good jet ski. I love a good kayak.
I love a good blanket.
A good walk across the sand.
And a zero gravity chair.
Correct.
Go on.
But that's not gonna get your body moving. It's gonna relax you.
Listen, right? Me getting down from the car to the beach to set
that's
up.
Enough activity.
That's a hike for me because you gotta go up over the dune, come down, whatever.
That's the beach
to get there.
But anyway, has a significant impact on your mental health. I like to take walks and listen to music, so music very much relaxes me. And then seasonal changes, right? They really increase your exposure to natural environments. So summertime, you outside, you know what I mean? Spring, you outside to take your allergy pills, period, in the spring or the summer. It just be things in the air. And you don't want to have your day ruined because your eyes is itchy, your nose is swollen, it's the whole thing. And so, sometimes when you're inside all winter, especially if you live in places where the snow be snowing, it's just important to get outside, right? And move around, especially in like super urban areas like New York in the summertime is a whole vibe, right? Because people are able to like get out them small apartment buildings and be out in the elements, for better or for worse. You're getting vitamin D, right? Which is very,
a lot of people,
important.
Especially Black people, are vitamin D deficient. If you have not had that check with your doctor,
especially Black women.
Yes, go to the doctor. And vitamin D deficiency, we were just talking about this with Vaughn. It can cause additional stress, additional anxiety, and additional depression. So I'm urging everybody to check your vitamin D level. And
Black girl vitamins. I think I'll put Vaughn's link in here.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I haven't tried them yet, but she swears by them. She says they're amazing. And then just immersing yourself in nature. I think because the summer is high, like there's just more opportunity to be outside in nature. Whether that's the beach, whether that's the mountains, whether that's the park, your local lake, your community pool, if that's your jam. It's a little scary for me, but whatever it is for you, right? That's associated with reducing your stress, improving your mood, enhancing your overall well-being. And then the combination of physical activity, being outside in nature, right? It's just sort of like the perfect recipe, okay? Like the perfect summer salad. Perfect recipe for just boosting your mental health and well-being. I know I always feel better when I go to the mountains or the beach or wherever said thing is.
I've seen a lot of people this week at the Disneyland.
Let me tell you something.
I know you love it. You say it's a good time.
And as much money as you spend it, you better have you the best time. Let me tell you, nothing is crazier than in that like 8 to like 10 o'clock time when all the kids, I've seen people just pushing their kids through Disneyland and them is just sleep. Okay. But the adults are like,
finally.
Finally. So some of them are going home, but some of them are like, if they got like the mid-age range kids, they be running from ride to ride. Like, yes, we ain't got to deal with them. We can run around. They just go because they like, we done spend all this money and I don't know when we're coming back here. So we need to get our money's worth. And Disneyland is a good time just because you get to engage in your inner child and your inner kid. If Disney was something you grew up with, The Star Wars rides.
Listen, we have friends that went this week. They said they didn't wait anywhere longer than
Let
10
me tell
minutes.
you something.
That
When the lines are together,
they didn't wait anywhere longer than 10
when
minutes.
the lines are it's because waiting in lines is stressful. Okay.
I haven't been in years, but I didn't
So,
like it that much. But
it's not for everybody. Some people love Six Flags, the Hurricane Harbor, a thing. Pick your thing. But again, theme parks are great for amusement. Brandon, shout out to Bishop Brandon, he love a good roller coaster. That's his jam. But it releases the endorphins.
I bet you that's what I was getting ready to say.
I don't like to be scared. It doesn't excite me.
It's part of, like, low-key a version of a somatic exercise because it
very fast. Very fast.
Pent up emotions. But
anyway, let us know what places boost your mental well-being, your emotional wealth and health and wellness, where you feel like, whoo, yes, I love that. It gets my endorphins going, or it brings me peace. Let us know in the comments. How do you feel when you're there? And why do you think that you feel that way? I think the beach is always a very just resetting place. It's something about the like constant sound of the ocean, the renewing of the water, the softness of the sand. It's not great if the sun is like aggressive, but like I love a good like sunset. You know what I mean? I like something about the like familiarity of like this happens every day, whether I'm here or not. It's the simple routine that like the sun goes up, the sun goes down, everybody goes to sleep. Like it's just a very like energizing, renewing place and space, and it's just very, very calming. So let us know, what's your spots? Where are your places? Are you a thrill seeker? Like I think my friends that love scary movies, like I think that releases something in them to be scared. I don't like it. But I've done it. I just watched a scary movie with the homie. It was fun. Like it was cool. It wasn't. That's because it didn't deal with a whole lot of spirits and crap. When it start getting deeply spiritual, is when I got to be like,
back off a little bit.
Like I need to keep my soul intact. But anyway, whatever your things are, let us know what gets you going.
Yeah, the beekeeper was about scary as I want to get.
There's action though.
You know, it's action.
You know what I mean?
Like action.
Take it.
I like suspense.
I love taking.
I don't like horror.
You know Liam
That's
Neeson.
it. I like suspense. I don't like
You
horror.
know Liam Neeson is gonna whoop somebody. Any Denzel movie, The Equalizer, not 3 so much, but The Equalizers give me great joy. It's a good time.
I'm thinking I like to see beating up people sometime. Maybe that releases something.
Say it again for the people in the mic.
I said I'm realizing I like movies sometimes where people are getting beat up, because especially if they're bad people. So maybe that releases some kind of
about rage, aggression. You saw her do this earlier. Aggressiveness.
Listen.
Oh, go ahead.
Listen. Whether it's the influence of the environment, you going to the beach, your natural things, your self-care things, which we've talked about. The thing I think we came up with today that I really love is, how do you make those deposits that build up your positive emotional bank? What are the things that you can do? The physical factors, all of the things that can affect your mental health, taking a holistic approach to that. So you're constantly building up that bank full of positive emotions, because the trash is going to
trash is going to trash.
The trash is going to
trash.
Life
is going life.
So remember, the more you understand about yourself, your emotions, your triggers, your habit, what gives you joy, what gives you peace of mind, the better equipped you are to foster and support your mental health, and then the mental health of the people around you.
You can't pour from an empty cup.
That's why we're here. We're trying to create generational wellness. So if you figure out the things that bring you joy and how important that is for you, you can help other people understand the importance of it and cultivate and curate their own experiences that are going to bring them joy and create wellness. Because listen, the last few years, y'all know, from 2020, we've been going through it. Like increased anxiety,
might continue to by the end
the
of this
stress, the lower well-being for so many of us, the Supreme Court, the people, the things. It's like every day it's something that can cause you increased anxiety and stress. And for some of us, it's been so heavy for so long that we're having to relearn how to have fun. And I know that's a real thing, because, I remember and this is no slight against you, but I remember when Jessica was first born, she was
Oh.
so fragile as a preemie that everything in my life revolved around making sure she was okay, taking care of her, this, that, and the other, whatever. So I had a friend say to me one time, and he would come over to the house, and there was always Disney music on, or this, or
kid stuff.
Kid stuff. There was always kid stuff on all the time. Elephant Corner, all the old school kid stuff. And he said to me one day, "What music do you like? I have never heard any music in this house that you like. What?" And I realized I had all these albums and I had just stopped playing them. So sometimes you have to take a step back and reteach yourself how to have fun, relearn how to enjoy the things that were important to you at some point. And so, it's clear that doing this and having enjoyable activities plays a really crucial role in your mental health and your well-being. And, we're going to talk probably a little bit later in this month about some actual theories of psychological theories and behavior that show exactly how these things can impact your well-being and mental health. And they have a guest or two. I have a friend that just launched a website. She's a vocal coach. And she launched a website and her business, and it's called Soul Joy. And when I saw that, I was like, oh my God, that is the most beautiful thing.
I also think it has to do with soul music, but
it does. It has to do with soul music. It has to do with creating joy in your soul. We might have her on so she could talk about it a little bit. But and then I talk about, thought about my song, Beyonce, You Won't Break My Soul. It's like,
yeah, she came around the corner singing. I said, oh, it's back.
Yeah.
Listen, when that song came, she sang it every single day. Shout out to the Queen and everybody involved in that Renaissance project, because y'all lifted the people to a state. Okay.
To a state.
Every single, when she came around singing, I said, oh, it's back.
You won't break my soul. So anyway, you have to find the things that won't break your soul, that help you keep your soul intact, keep your soul from being broken. Find what those things are, embrace those things, celebrate those things, love those things, nurture them, do more of them, so that you'll be able to stay calm in the midst of the storm. In the midst of the storm, you'll be able to just keep it going. So, I find I am a workaholic. I try to get out of it.
Oh, are you?
Listen, all my things.
Interesting.
What night was it? It was the other night. And it was 10 or 11 o'clock. And I was like, I didn't finish my work. There's two more things. And I was
like, girl, the day is over.
I said, there's at least two more things I can get done today. And I did. There are two more things that I realized, you can do this. You can start this project and then you can finish it up tomorrow. But I did. I had to upload and download some things and whatever. And I got everything ready. And then the next day, I finished it because I was really too sleepy to be doing it, and I didn't want to make a mistake.
The amount of that happens is mind blowing.
I will confess to that. So it is hard for me sometimes to take a step back and say, you're not going to do that today. You're not going to think about that. You're not going to open your computer today. I've tried to get to the point where I don't open my computer on Sunday, if I can possibly help it. And for the most part, I've been doing really well with that. Okay. And so today is one of those days where I'm looking forward to sitting by the pool and watching movies and chilling with your friends.
Space for her to be in.
And embracing the fun.
Embrace the fun.
Embrace the fun.
And I think we haven't talked about the spa. That's on our agenda of things to do.
Yeah.
And that's also very good for your mental health and your bodily health, because when you have those, and I know that sounds like a point of privilege to some people, massages, anything to get your blood circulating, your muscles relaxed. I got a friend that goes to the sauna all the time. Whatever your things are, just get your body, your nervous system calm. And it's one of those things where that might be something new or different. And I think we talked about this earlier, but just try stuff this summer, right? Like think of yourself as worthy enough, right? Because you are. Have courage enough to rediscover, reinvent, and relearn yourself. I think, especially as we're coming up with what fun is for you now, because what it was a couple years ago might not be the same. What it was last year, what it might have been 6 months ago, might not be the same. So I think that there's a little bit of creativity, newness, funness, freshness. Like, just be open to that. Because taking time for leisure activities with your loved ones, finding what brings you joy, what brings you peace, it's just not about just having a good time, right? Okay, that's important. But again, it's about nurturing your well-being.
What's the benefit?
What
of
makes
that
you
good time?
feel fulfilled? What makes you feel happy? Because a little fun goes a long way.
Yes,
okay,
it does.
At the end of the day. And as I say, I never like to end on a morbid note, but it's real. If life be lifing, okay, and the Juneteenth sequel was it. If the day was the last day, you would want to have some fun memories to be recalling on. You don't just want to always be thinking about negativity and hard things. I think that's been the big reset for me in the last couple of years, to be like, girl, collect the memories and have the fun. Okay. The bag is great. All the entrepreneurial, professional things you want to do is great. But like, you got to be having fun as you're doing those things. Because I think that gets infused into the things that you produce and the things that you make. Yeah. And if you're not doing that, then you get boring and it ain't as fun. You're not having a good time.
That grind mentality got everybody into a place.
Everybody was fine grinding until Miss Rona said, and you're doing what? Yeah. In the whole world. And I remember the feeling of feeling like, oh, the whole world stopped. And like the collective, like I could feel it. I don't know if anybody else could feel it, but I could feel like, oh, I don't feel a whole lot of hustle and bustle. Like I felt the whole world collectively exhale.
Which is why a lot of people say that they like to, especially really creative people, that they like to work between
in the night,
3 and
when
6,
everybody's sleeping.
3 and 6 in the morning, 2 to whatever that window is between midnight and 6 a.m. You actually can feel the world slow down and calm down. And so,
and you're not all influenced by everything and all the news and all the energy of that.
So I think we got used to that a little bit during the panini,
and I decided to keep it.
Some people have kept it and kept it well, and then and some
and if
people
you gotta grind,
find the balance.
You gotta grind, but not always, okay? Yeah. Because burnout is real. So we're just encouraging you, have some fun, get outside, explore, get some good people around you, and make some solid memories this summer, man. You gotta have fun. So we're gonna be talking about fun all month long. Hopefully we have Erin on the podcast talk about this journey she's on. But yeah, man, engage with us on some of those things we ask in the comments. We'd appreciate it. Whatever we're talking about next week, you're not going to know, though. If you are not subscribed on the YouTube channel, follow us on IG, on Facebook, on Fanbase. We got to get our Facebook likes up because we are no longer allowed to stream on Facebook via the lovely StreamYard platform because they changed the rules up on us.
Do we have to have so many hours or so many people?
No, we need to have like 100 subscribers. And I can't even tell you. I can't even tell you how many people it is, but that probably will be our next push of things that we don't ask much around here, I don't think. But if you enjoy watching the podcast on Facebook, unless we put up the YouTube link, you won't be able to do it. Because they're being haters are over there. But it's okay. It's okay. I'm sure it's an algorithm or bottom line, something they're trying to do. But anyway, please follow us on all the platforms. We are at Create Generational Wellness on all the things. And happy Juneteenth sequel, y'all. Have a good time today. We know we will. My homeboy is making lemon pepper wings.
Wet or dry?
I think they're wet. I think they're wet.
Bring me
so it's gonna be a good time. We bought a lot of exotic fruits. So it's going to be good. Anyway, we're going to be by the pool. We're going to be having a good time. So we wish y'all a happy Juneteenth sequel. Enjoy yourself. Please be safe. Because today, certain people decide to wild out. But it won't be you. Because you'll be too busy having fun. All right. With that, we'll see you next week. Love y'all so much. Bye.
See ya.